The wild incident of a 90s rocker's wife being shot by the police after a high-speed car chase has sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, leaving fans, the public, and law enforcement stunned. What started as a routine day for the woman at the center of this story soon escalated into a violent confrontation that would change her life forever. As the situation unfolded, law enforcement found themselves in a high-speed pursuit, desperately trying to prevent what could have turned into a deadly situation. In an unprecedented move, officers shot at the woman's vehicle, ending the chase, and in the aftermath, she was charged with one of the most serious crimes imaginable, attempted murder. The wild car chase was no ordinary pursuit. It was filled with moments of danger, confusion, and sheer chaos. The woman, who many knew as the wife of one of the biggest rock stars of the 90s, had been driving recklessly through the streets, evading the authorities at high speeds. The police were quick to respond, but this wasn't a simple traffic stop gone wrong. The woman seemed determined to escape, pushing the limits of her vehicle as she raced through city streets, ignoring stop signs and traffic lights. What was the cause of this madness? Was this a momentary lapse in judgment, or was there a deeper issue at play? The authorities didn't know what to expect, and neither did the people who followed the events closely. With each minute that passed, the tension grew. The woman's actions became increasingly erratic, and the police were forced to take action to bring the situation under control. The flashing lights of the police cars, the blaring sirens, and the whizzing of her car cutting through the streets were soon replaced by the sound of gunshots. The police, fearing for their lives and for others in the vicinity, fired at the woman's car, causing a dramatic conclusion to the chase. The aftermath of this wild moment was just as explosive as the chase itself. The woman was arrested at the scene, and news outlets were quick to jump on the story, eager to cover every shocking detail. But it wasn't just the car chase that captivated the world, it was the charges that followed. The woman, whose identity was soon revealed as the wife of the famous 90s rock star, was charged with attempted murder. This unexpected turn left many questioning the events that had led to this moment. Was this a crime of passion, an act of desperation, or something else entirely? The charges were not just serious, they were life-altering. Attempted murder carries a heavy penalty, and for someone who had once been part of the glamorous world of rock and roll, this was a drastic fall from grace. The authorities quickly set to work, investigating the details of the car chase and the reasoning behind the police's decision to open fire. What had caused the woman to act in such a way? Was she running from something, or was she trying to escape a situation that had spiraled out of control? These were questions that the public demanded answers to, and they would not stop until they got them. In the midst of all this, the rock star husband found himself caught in the crossfire of a scandal that no one could have predicted. The media frenzy that followed the incident put a magnifying glass on every aspect of his life. The questions were relentless: how would he react? Would he stand by his wife, or would he distance himself from her during this time of crisis? Fans speculated about what was happening behind closed doors. Was this a moment of true support from the rock star, or was there a deeper rift between them that had yet to be revealed? His silence spoke volumes to some, while others thought that perhaps he was simply too devastated to speak. As the details of the case emerged, the world began to get a clearer picture of the woman involved. She had been living a life in the public eye, associated with fame and fortune due to her marriage to one of the most iconic figures in rock history. But who was she beyond the headlines? What led her to the point of such extreme actions? Was there a history of emotional turmoil, or was this a one-time event that had gotten out of hand? The legal battle that followed was nothing short of intense. The charges against her were grave, and the court proceedings drew in legal experts, witnesses, and even the public's attention. Some questioned whether the police had acted appropriately in firing on the vehicle, while others focused on the woman's state of mind during the incident. Was she in a clear enough state to be held accountable for her actions? Or was there a deeper issue at play, one that could explain her behavior? The media, of course, had a field day with the story. Headlines screamed about the rock star's wife being shot by the police, and every detail was scrutinized. From the video footage of the chase to the moments leading up to the shooting, it seemed like there was no aspect of the story that wasn't analyzed. Social media users weighed in with their opinions, some defending the woman, while others questioned her sanity and the severity of her actions. This kind of scandal was what the media thrived on, but it left the public grappling with questions about celebrity, responsibility, and the consequences of fame. As the court proceedings continued, the woman's life began to unravel in front of the public eye. What was once a life of luxury and privilege was now marked by uncertainty and legal battles. The charges against her loomed large, and each day brought new developments. Her reputation, once tied to the glittering world of rock stardom, was now in tatters. The question on everyone's mind was whether she could ever reclaim her life, or if the damage was irreversible. Throughout this ordeal, one question remained on everyone's mind: what happens next? As the court case progressed, the future of the woman involved in the chase remained uncertain. Could she be acquitted, or would she face the harsh reality of prison time? Would her marriage survive this turbulent period, or would the strain of the scandal prove too much for the rock star to handle? The answers to these questions would take time, but the public's fascination with this story showed no signs of slowing down. In the end, the woman's life would be forever changed by the events that transpired that day. A moment of reckless decision-making, an impulsive act on the road, had resulted in the kind of scandal that would haunt her for the rest of her life. Whether or not the charges against her were justified, the fallout was inescapable. The public may never fully understand what led to her actions, but one thing is for sure: this wild and tragic moment has captivated the world's attention. It serves as a stark reminder of the thin line between fame and scandal, and how quickly one's life can spiral out of control. So, what do you think? Was this all just one catastrophic mistake, or was there something deeper, something darker, that led to these events? Could this be the end of a rock star marriage, or is there still hope for reconciliation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating stories like this one.